Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. It's one of the most wonderful times of year, my friends. I hope you're all feeling festive and happy. Let's get it going, my guys. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But yeah, let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries in the holiday season, my guys. You got Kyle Claus reading the cards for you. See what we have here, my guys. Talk to the collective. All right. Big femme fatale energy, and this always reminds me of like Aries energy, Queen of Wands. It's beautiful. There's a temptation here, and there's a little danger attached to this card, so there's a lot of layers to it. She looks pretty festive though, right? She matches the background and the hat. But before we get into this femme fatale here, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. Very interesting. So the first thing I always think of with this card is that it's very confident. Like I said, it reminds me of the Queen of Wands. So there's an appeal to this card. Very strong, powerful, divine feminine energy. So there's an allure here. There's a beauty. A lot of you might be feeling pretty confident in this time. There's something surrounding your self-confidence. But a big thing with this card is, although she is beautiful and appealing, there's a sense of danger here. Notice there's like a Venus flytrap. She's holding a rose. And sometimes beautiful things do have a little dangerous undercurrent. So in this time, Aries, watch out for things that could be very tempting. People, situations, whatever it might be, could be very tempting to you, right? And as an Aries myself, I know certain things. It's like, oh, that looks good. Let me go do that. That might be something to watch out for. But aside from that, this is a beautiful, confident, sexy type of energy, which feels good. I think it's a good way to start us off, especially if you're embracing that power within you. But yeah, watch out for the temptation in a big way when she shows up. But yeah, let's put her down right there. We're going to get into tarot now and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. And I do always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. And we'll get into that intuitive juiciness here. So talk to me, my gods. What do we got for the Aries collective here in late December? And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. And it did feel like someone was having a blue Christmas. It was titled An Emotional Warning. And a big thing I saw in last week's reading was an emotional roller coaster where someone really in their feels. Now, that's not saying it's you. It could have been someone you're connected to. But whenever I see those up and down, powerful water type emotions in a fire sign reading, it's something to really take note of. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. But just know that that energy from last week, that could still bleed over into this week. So there could be someone that's a little gloomy, a little glum. But let's get you 3 cards and see what's happening, my guys. Talk to me. What do you got for us Rams here as we are ending off 2023? Goodbye 2023. And this card is very content with itself. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups in position number 1. Wish fulfillment type of energy. Love it. I mean, that's a good way to start, but there is much to go. So we're just going to place him down right there. A little John Travolta. Let's get a couple more out here. I mean, that's someone that's very content or happy. Oh, wow. 6 of Wands, so it's like we're getting big hit after big hit, winner after winner, winner, chicken dinner, 2 in a row. Beautiful. Let's get one more, then we'll really start to build this story out. But we're looking good, okay? I'll take it. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, beautiful. So we have an interesting mixture of elements happening here. These are all good cards. Definitely what I would imagine shows up in this holiday season, and we'll talk about that a little further. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I'm picking up a couple things immediately. We have repeating 6s, so watch out for the number signs, synchronicities, omens from spirit, because you might be picking them up a lot in this time. All of these cards on their face are very festive cards, so it makes sense, but they're wins, they're victories, all of them. So I'm Very optimistic so far, but we'll really have to dig in deeper. We have water, we have fire, we have earth. So this could be different areas of life. So all these energies play similar but different. So let's go through one by one and really start to piece it out. Position number one, we have the Nine of Cups. You see that individual chilling right there with the arms folded, smile on the face, 9 cups. This is someone that's very content and happy. Like I said, all of these cards could be wins and victories of various different kinds. So I'm trying my best not to get overly optimistic. I mean, because the clarifiers could really change it up on us. But this is a card of wish fulfillment, right? This is a card of someone who is just super happy and content. They got what they've wanted. A wish has been fulfilled. Now, another thing with this card is that it's welcoming, right? This is a card that's warm, open, like, hey, here, come in, have one of these cups. So you might be extra festive, and we see it with every single one of these cards. It's a beautiful type of energy. A warning with this card, though, because you know I'll always tell you the positive and challenge. The Nine of Cups could be someone that overindulges a little too much. So in this time, make sure you're not overindulging a little too much, or somebody that shares a little too much, especially with the Six of Pentacles on the back end and this. These are cards that are very prone to just like, yeah, here, everybody take this, take that. So it's a very generous type of energy we're picking up here, which could be really good, but you want to make sure that nobody is taking advantage in some sort of way when we have the Nine of Cups. Obviously, that doesn't have to be the main message. That's just a warning of it. Moving to the center, we have a card of complete and total victory. We have the Six of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. Grab him out there. And like I said, very festive. Notice it has the laurels, right? It has the wreath right there up on the stick. So whenever I see this card, I think of somebody. Yes, it's a card of public notoriety. Kudos, gaining recognition, being in the spotlight in one way or another. So this could be someone appreciating you or seeing you for the good things that you've done. But to me, this is like someone coming in on a victory, a parade of sorts. So this is a beautiful, lovely type of energy, especially sandwiched in within the midst of all this other stuff. Now, the Six of Wands, the challenge with this card could sometimes be someone that's a little too egotistical. So if there's someone that you're connected to, their ego is very inflated, or somebody that thinks they can do no wrong. Sometimes this card could represent them here, but once again, I'm not picking that up solely. This is, once again, it's like win after win after win, 3 in a row. So this is beautiful energy. And once again, let's not forget about the repeating numbers that we have here on the back end. Try to get these all lined up. Now, right here, we have 6 of Pentacles. Let me try to line this up, because I don't want it to be too crooked on you. This is one of my biggest cards of gift giving. Now, this is a charitable, giving, loving type of energy. It could generally speak about your financials. So for a lot of you, this could be a nice influx of money. And I always say this card often shows up during people's birthday season, because it is the card of gift giving, and 'tis the season, right? Not just for Christmas, but with other holidays and stuff too. This is like sharing. Sharing is caring. We're feeling very charitable. So for a lot of Aries, you might be feeling like you want to do something nice for somebody. Maybe somebody wants to do something nice for you. This also shows up with surprises, like a surprise win victory, a surprise of some sort. Now, yes, it is equality. There's Libra energy here within here because of the scale. Slight karmic energy, but we think of equality and just sharing, and I really love this. And once again, it could be a surprise of some sort, especially linked up with all these other cards in the mix. So we're really going to want to dig deeper on it, Aries. Let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Pardon me. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Aries collective. I'm liking what I'm seeing for us, my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Nine of Cups. Let's see what John Travolta is so happy about right there. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to drop any messages you have for Aries down in the comments below. I don't mind at all. All right, Nine of Cups. Let's get it moving. Why is Nine of Cups here for my friends? Really want to get over to that Six of Pentacles too. Okay, Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, a change for the better. Okay, now generally when people see the Hierophant in reverse, they're like, uh-oh, that's kind of like the energy of a shock. When I see the Hierophant in reverse, yeah, it could be like a tower type of energy, but this surrounding everything else that's here is a very, very good type of energy to me. Now, it could be a Taurus that you're connected to. Once again, there is this little warning here for a lot of Aries about overindulgence, overconsumption. But this is a complex card when we have the Hierophant. It could speak about routine, day-to-day life, people and things that have been in your life for a very, very long time. So when we see it in reverse, it's like an upheaval or a very quick change. So for a lot of you, you could be experiencing big changes for the better, or you might be of the mindset like, okay, 2023 is in the past. When I hit this new year, new mindset, new me. Okay, so that could be a very good energy for a lot of Aries to embrace. Like, okay, let's close this chapter and start anew. But once again, this Tower energy feels good to me with this Hierophant in reverse because it feels like a change for the better, whether you're purposely making it or whether it's coming in. Because remember, I did say with all this victory, this possible surprising energy on the back end, there could be things changing in a much better way, even if you don't quite see it or perceive it. A lot of you could be having a lot of changes within your day-to-day life, okay, with work things. And even if it feels rough right now, it's going to pay off. So let's keep moving. I don't want to go too in depth on that. I feel like it's a very simple type of message here. And the Hierophant also is a festive type of card to me, right? Okay, because it's kind of like old Saint Nick, right? So let's get in on that Six of Wands here. A change for the better. I mean, you can't complain about that, right? Change can be difficult sometimes. But let's see why that Six of Wands is here. Queen of Wands. So just like I was saying with this energy here in the very beginning, it's showing up, this confidence boost. Aries, once again, there is various wins and victories like being lined up from the universe for you here. Okay, now you might be connected to another fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sag. Queen of Wands in the upright, very, very confident, beautiful, sexy type of energy. So this is something that we're getting a double down of. Now, if you're connected to an Aries, and you're having issues with them, if you're a cross watcher, now might be a good time for you to really mend some bridges here or get things right, because there's such a receptive, beautiful, confident energy here around the Aries collective. So there could be lots of different improvements coming in. But once again, with this Queen of Wands in the upright under the Six of Wands, this fiery energy, it's like not just one win, not just two, not just one area of life. Aries, I'm seeing multiple wins, victories, very powerful, very massive in their own right. Now, I really want to see what shows up when we get to that Six of Pentacles. Remember, we do have the repeating numbers, but this is just beautiful energy. A lot of you could receive a confidence boost in a very big way, or come to grips with something in a positive way. It's like, okay, now everything's starting to make sense. Now the dots are starting to connect. So Aries, this is energy to lean into for sure, especially if you've been going through a difficult time. When I see like these wins stacking up, it's like, all right, really lean into this, really claim this energy, because there's a lot of good possibilities around the collective. So let's keep moving. Once again, we don't need to overcomplicate these. We're going to go in on that Six of Pentacles and see what's up. Then we'll get into the recap and shadow card. So let's see what's happening with these gifts on the back end. Why do we have the Six of Pentacles here for Aries, guides, and spirit team? Lovely. Now, this is the type of reading I like to see during the holiday season. Seriously. I mean, I know there's a lot of Aries going through a lot of different things out there. For a lot of people, the holidays are not an easy time, but just know with all this beautiful energy lining up, you might be crossing some sort of big bridge here in a positive way. So let's go in on that Six of Pentacles, and we'll do our recap. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? No, the deck is being specific now. Thank you. All right, yeah. So we do have the Ten of Swords showing up in reverse underneath the Six of Pentacles, okay? For some of you, you might still be grappling with a little bit of pain in the undercurrent of the energy, right? And we did see it, and I just kind of referenced that. So it's interesting that the Ten of Swords shows up in reverse. I will say in reverse is the best way we want to receive this Ten of Swords. For a portion of you, I will say this as well. Yeah, we still have this gifting energy that could help soothe you and heal you and make you feel better, of course. But some of you might really be taking into stock right now what you should be giving your energy to, who you should be giving your energy to, things that are balanced, things that are not, what's fair, what's not. Like, there's a big reassessment of priorities in this week's reading, Aries. So if that's not something you're currently doing, yes, we still have all this beautiful energy in the front end of this reading, especially with the change and the Tower and the confidence. Ten of Swords in reverse, This can speak about healing on the back end, but I feel like for a lot of you, you might need to really take stock of your priorities and see what fits in your life and what doesn't. That's like a big thing I'm picking up here on the back end with this 10 of Swords in reverse. Once again, for a lot of you, you might just still be grappling with 10 of Swords, painful ending type of energy, or just some sort of pain that you're still dealing with, right? And life can be very complex sometimes. You could have happy, good energies and sad ones at the same time. And I'm kind of picking that up here on the back end. But yeah, please take stock on your priorities in this time. That's a very big message. And once again, with the equality, the gift giving, this could be speaking about this energy starting to heal. So there's optimism all around here, Aries. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card real quick. If you kindly look in the box, lots of positivity to really glean from this week's reading that you could really claim. But position number one, we have the 9 of Cups with the Hierophant in reverse. There's big changes coming in here, okay? Day-to-day life, whether it's work, whether it's people that have been around, or just something with routine. You might be wanting to purposely change your routine, like, all right, I'm going to hit it strong in the coming days and weeks. But I really like this. It feels like a change for the better, an inner change and an outward change. Because as we move to the center, we have the 6 of Wands with the Queen of Wands in the upright. This complete, total, victorious type of energy. So for a lot of Aries, there's multiple wins and victories coming in, and they feel very big and powerful. There's a big confidence boost here as well. But moving to the back end, that doesn't mean that there's still not some issues or situations that you might still be grappling with, or some sort of pain. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords in reverse. Now, yes, this is healing for a lot of you during this time. There could be things that are starting to heal and starting to balance out, but this energy is here. I did feel for a lot of you, aside from that message, now is a great time to really see what fits in your life and what doesn't. Like, really readjust your priorities in this time. Spirit could be asking you to do that. But overall, Aries, I would say this is a very claimable reading this week. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card here. Guides, talk to me. What do we have in the shadows for Aries as we finish off the year? Let's see what's happening. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end. It's just a nice thing I like to do, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Okay, it doesn't always have to be a challenge. Let's get one shadow card for Aries. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. Several different tiers to choose from. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. Obviously, no pressure. But let's get you a shadow card here. What do we got for Aries? Okay, this deck is being a little specific now too. All right, what do we got? Thank you. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Yeah, this energy could be something to watch out for, especially in the shadows, because this is a card that shows up in the shadows often. Now, it could represent somebody that you might not trust. It could represent a liar, but at the same time, it could just also represent mystery. So when I see the 7 of Swords in the shadows, there could be something you're purposely withholding, suppressing, and pushing down here. You might not be talking to other people about it. You might not want other people to know about it when you have the 7 of Swords. But at the same time, this could also be a warning as well. Spirit could be telling you, like, hey, this 7 of Swords energy is around you. Just keep your head on a swivel. Doesn't mean you have to go and interrogate all the different people in your life, but this is a type of energy in the shadows. You just want to be extra aware of who and what you're dealing with when this shows up. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that, Aries. That's what I have for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.